What is up, guys? We are facing Klaw on expert mode with Peter Parker's Spider-Man. So when reviewed, search the encounter deck for the Immortal Klaw side scheme and reveal it. This will add an acceleration token to the main scheme and start off with 3 threat. It says Klaw gets plus 10 hit points, so he will go from 18 to 28. And then whenever we defeat the side scheme, he will lose those 10 hit points. And then this will have 2 plus 1 times player threat. And then we're gonna shuffle up the encounter deck here. The main scheme, Underground Distribution. When reviewed, discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. So we're gonna mill off here. Okay, put that minion into play, engage with the first player. So we're gonna be engaged with Whirlwind. When Whirlwind attacks, also resolve his attack against each other hero. We were playing solo, so that won't do anything. Okay, then we're gonna shuffle up our deck here. All right, so let's draw to your hand size of 6 and see what we get. We got both of our backflips, which we don't want on the opening hand, because we want to thwart. So we're going to mulligan this, and this. So we're going to mulligan 5 cards, draw back up to our hand size of 6 here. Okay, let's see. So first, let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate a mental resource. This can be a double when paying for a yellow card. We're going to put down an Agent Coulson here. Agent Coulson's effect: when he enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card and add it to our hand. We are going to put, where is it, a Spycraft in our hand here. And shuffle back up. Okay. And then let's flip over here to Spider-Man. And then we don't have enough resources to do what we want. Okay, let's use this as 3 resources to pay for a swinging web kick. It's gonna do 8 damage. We're gonna attack Whirlwind to get rid of him. And then we're going to have Agent Coulson thwart for 2 from the Immortal Klaw to get this down to 1. He will take a consequential damage. Spider-Man's gonna thwart for 1 to get rid of the Immortal Klaw side scheme. So since we got rid of this, he will lose 10 hit points. His max HP will be back up to 18, back down to 18 now. And then we can get rid of this acceleration token on the main scheme. And then we're gonna keep this in our hand, but that will end our turn. So we're gonna ready back up, draw back up to our hand size of 5 here. Okay, so it is Klaw's turn. He's gonna add 1 threat to the main scheme. He's then going to attack us. Spider Sense will activate when the villain initiates an attack against you. Draw a card. So we're gonna draw a card. And then we are going to take the attack, so 2 boost cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. He will hit us for 4, so we're gonna drop down to 6. And then Klaw will deal us an encounter card here. Radioactive Man. After Radioactive Man attacks you, discard a card at random from your hand. Okay, well luckily we can get rid of that with this. Let's see, we wanna play this. Okay, so let's use this as 3 resources to play another swinging web kick. So we're gonna hit Radioactive Man for 8 and get rid of him. Next, we're gonna have Agent Coulson thwart again for 2 to bring this down to 1. He will take another consequential damage. Spider-Man's gonna thwart for 1 to get rid of this defense network side scheme here. And then we're going to use this Endurance as a resource to play Warrior of the Great Web, attached to a character with Spider in his title, or Spider-Man. Attached to a character gets the Web Warrior trait. So we're now officially a Web Warrior, and after a Web Warrior ally leaves play, we get +1 attack. We're gonna flip over to Peter Parker, and then we're gonna use Scientist to generate a mental resource, so we can play Spycraft, which we can only play if we control a spy character. Luckily we do, Agent Coulson here. When you review an encounter card, we can discard Spycraft and cancel the effects of the card and discard it. And then we have to review another encounter card. Okay, so that's gonna end our turn. We're gonna ready everyone back up now. Draw back up to our hand size of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So it is Claw's turn. He's going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. He's going to scheme against us for 2 plus 1 boost. 1. So we got lucky there. He's only scheming for 3. So this is not going to flip yet. It's at 5. And then Klaw will deal us an encounter card here. Master Plan, place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, discard cards from the encounter deck until his side scheme is discarded. So we're gonna mill his deck down until we get a side scheme. And we're gonna put that side scheme into play, engage with us. Let's see, okay, here we go. Illegal Arms Factory, so this will have 4 threat on there. Alright, back to us. Let's see. What can we do? We definitely want to get Nick Fury out. Okay, let's use Peter Parker Scientist to generate a mental resource. This will be 3 more resources for a total of 4, so we can play Nick Fury. Nick Fury's effect, when he enters play, choose 1. We're going to pick the 1 to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Nice, and we got lucky with Aunt May here. Let's just play it safe here. So we're going to use this as 4 resources to put down Avengers Mansion. And then exhaust Avengers Mansion to draw a card. We're going to use this as a resource to play Aunt May. So like this. And then we can exhaust Aunt May to heal by 4. So get our hit points back up to 10 here. And then we're going to flip over to Spider-Man. Let's have Nick Fury thwart from this side scheme for 2. He will take a consequential damage. Agent Coulson will thwart for the remaining 2 to get rid of this illegal arms factory, so we don't have to deal with 2 encounter cards every turn. He will take consequential damage and be discarded. And then I think we have to actually thwart because he's going to add 1 to here, which will flip it. So let's have Spider-Man thwart for 1. And that's going to end our turn. We're going to ready everyone back up now. Draw back up to our hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it is Claw's turn. He's going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. Back up to 5. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense to draw a card. And then we're going to have Nick Fury defend this one here. So Claw gets 2 boost cards for this attack activation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will hit Nick for 6. Nick will soak all of that up and then deal us an encounter card here. When review, discard an upgrade or support you control. Oh man, okay. So we want to keep this for our upcoming turn. We could get rid of the Spycraft here, which would be pretty free. But I wanted to save that for better. Yeah, let's get rid of this upgrade here. So we're going to discard Spycraft. Okay. So back to our turn here. Let's use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And then let's put down SPDR here. Let's see, should we focus on this? No, okay. So we're going to use this as 2 resources to play SPDR, which we can only play if we control a Web Warrior card, which we do because of the War of the Great Web here. And then we're going to use this as 3 resources to play Indian Spider-Man. After Spider-Man enters play, remove 1 threat from the scheme for each Web Warrior card you control. So we have 1, 2, and then 3. So we can remove 3 threat from there. Okay, next we're going to have Indian Spider-Man thwart for 1 to get this down to 1. SPDR will attack Klaw for 1. Do our first damage in this game. Getting down to 17. So you take consequential damage. Spider-Man will swing for 2. Getting him down to 15. Okay, that's going to end our turn. So we're going to ready everyone back up now. Draw back up to our hand size of 5. And we're going to deck out when we use Spider Sense here. Okay, so it is Klaw's turn. He's going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. He will then attack us. Spider Sense to draw a card. We decked out, so we're going to shuffle our discard pile right here back into our deck. And then Klaw will deal us an encounter card. So he's going to attack us with 2 boost cards here. 1, 2. We are going to, should we defend? Let's just take it. So he's hitting us for 2 damage plus This boost exhausts each ally you control. That is not good. So these guys will be exhausted. We're gonna take 2 damage down to 8 here. Okay, and then Klaw will deal us another encounter card. So we have 2 encounter cards. First one, the villain attacks you. Yeah, we have to take it. So Spider Sense activates. We to draw a card. So let's have 2 boost cards here. And then let's take the attack again. So 1, 2, 3 damage. It does deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. So we should just defend it. So we're going to be exhausted and take 3 damage down to 5 here. And our last encounter card, the villain schemes for 2 plus a boost of giving him a tough status card. Okay, so we got lucky there. That didn't flip. We're completely exhausted here now. So he was schemed for a total of 2. So this goes up to 4. Alright. But the good thing is we have a big hand. Let's use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. We can play the Web of Life and Destiny for free if our identity has the Web Warrior trait, which we do with the War of the Great Web. So we put that down there. And then let's use this as a double resource to play Under Surveillance, which increases the target threat value of the main scheme by 4. So this will flip at 10 now instead of 6. And then we're going to, let's use this as 4 resources to play Lady Spider and have her thwart for 2. So we can get this down to 2, and then she will take 2 consequential damage. Okay, and then we're gonna end our turn, discard this card, ready everyone back up again, and then draw back up to our hand size of 5 here. All right, we can start our counterattack now. So Klaw's turn is gonna add 1 threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack us, Spider Sense, to draw a card. And then we're gonna have Indian Spider-Man defend this one. 2 boost cards. Put Weapons Runner into play, engage with us, and he will only actually take 1 attack there from Klaw. So he's still on the board, which is not actually what we want, but that's okay. Weapons Runner will attack us for 1. We're gonna drop down 4 hit points, and then 1 encounter card. Surge and review the top card in the encounter deck. Oh man, so I misspoke. It's gonna be 2 encounter cards here. So the first one, each Masters of Evil minion attacks a hero it is engaged with. If no attacks were made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Masters of Evil minion and put it into play. So we're gonna look up through the discard pile here. Let's get the lowest hit point one. I think Melcher. Yeah, okay. So we put him into play and he will not attack us. Just put him into play. And the last encounter card, Weapons Runner again. It's gonna surge into Armor Guard. Tough status card. Klaw decks out. He gets a permanent acceleration token, and then we shuffle up the encounter deck here. Alright, that was pretty rough. He went from nothing to having 4 allies. Alright, back to our turn. Let's use Avengers Mansion first to draw a card. We are going to have Lady Spider attack. We're gonna have her attack the Weapons Runner here. So get rid of him. She will take consequential damage and leave play. With the with the Web of Life and Destiny, we can now draw a card. And then we're gonna have SPDR thwart for 2 from here. When she takes excess consequential damage, she returns to her hand, and we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny. With the War of the Great Web, since 2 Web Warrior allies just left play, Spider-Man gets +1 attack for his phase until the end of the phase. So Spider-Man has 4 attack. He's going to attack Melcher for 4. So get him down to 1 hit point. And then Nick Fury is pretty useful here. Let's see. We're going to use this as 3 resources to put down a Quincarrier. And then we're going to use Quincarrier to generate 1 resource. This will be 3 more resources. So we can play Nick Fury. Nick Fury's effect, when he enters play, we can choose one. We're gonna pick the one to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna use this as 2 resources to play SPDR. SPDR will attack Melcher for 1. She'll take 1 consequential damage. You can get rid of him. Nick Fury will attack the weapons runner for 2, get rid of him, and take a consequential damage. Okay, and then I think that's going to end our turn here. Yeah, so we're going to end our turn. Ready, everyone back up. Discard the Spycraft and draw back up to our hands as a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got all 3 swing web kicks. So it is Klaw's turn. He's gonna add 2 threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack us, Spider Sense to draw a card. Nick Fury defends, and the Klaw gets 2 boost cards for this activation. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Nick Fury does not survive. The Armor Guard hits us for 1. We're down 3 hit points. And then 1 encounter card, Whirlwind. Okay. So our turn, let's use Avengers Mansion first to draw a card. And then we're gonna use, for sure, Swing Web Kick here. So this would be, let's use the Quincarrier as 1 resource. And this would be 2 more resources. Actually, let's use these 2 to play Swinging Web Kick. Total 3 to get rid of Whirlwind here. Alright. And then we're going to have SPDR Thwart for 2. She returns back to her hand, taking excess consequential damage. And we get to draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny. And then Spider-Man gets +1 attack. Let's have Indian Spider-Man attack the Armored Guard to get rid of Tough. He will take consequential damage and leave play. So we're going to draw another card with the Web of Life and Destiny. Spider-Man has 4 attack. We're going to attack the Armored Guard to take him out of play. And then we want to get down SPDR. Let's see. So let's use this as 2 resources to play SPDR. And then let's use this as another 2 resources to play Ironheart. When she enters play, we can draw a card. And let's use this as a resource to play Endurance, which increases our max HP by 3, but also our current HP, so we're gonna go up to 6 now. And then Ironheart will attack the Klaw, get rid of Tough, take consequential damage. SPDR will attack Klaw for 1, bring him down to 14, and she will take a consequential damage. Alright, it's gonna end our turn. Ready, everyone back up. Draw back up to our hands as a 5 here. Okay, Klaw's turn. So he's gonna add 2 threats to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense to draw a card. Both these backflips are both here again. Let's take the attacks since we got the backflips. So he's only hitting us for 1, but if it deals damage, we get exhausted. So let's use a backflip. When you take any amount of damage, prevent all that damage so we don't get exhausted. And then 1 encounter card. Klaw attacks you. If this attack deals damage, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Okay, he's gonna attack us. We're going to deck out. He will deal us an encounter card, which would be revealed since we're in the revealing phase of that. Okay, so he's going to attack us. Let me see, let's shuffle up our deck here first. Luckily we have 2 backflips. Okay, so it's attacking us, 2 boost cards, let's take it. It's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. We will use a backflip to jump out of there. And then last encounter card, Defense Network. So this will have 3 threat on there with the crisis icon. So we can't thwart until we get rid of this one. Okay, back to us. Let's use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Let's use SPDR to thwart for 2, getting this down to 1. She returns back to our hand, and we're gonna draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny here. And then of course we're gonna put SPDR back down. So this will be 2 resources, put it back down. And then let's use this as 3 resources, because this can be a double when paying for yellow card, to put down a Beat Cop. Exhaust Beat Cop to move a threat from here to here. Get rid of the Defense Network now. And then we're going to exhaust Quincarrier to generate 1 resource. This would be a 2nd resource to play Black Cat. Black Cat enters play, discard the top 2 cards of your deck and add each mental resource to your hand. So we get 1 and we lost the other Backflip. Okay, that's okay. Let's see, we can't do anything with this right now, and we don't want any more side schemes. Not against Klaw. So first, since she let play, Spider-Man has +1 attack. With 3 attack, we're gonna attack Klaw, get him down to 11. Black Cat will attack, she doesn't take consequential damage, down to 10. And then SPDR will attack him for another 1, and she will take consequential damage, down to 9. Okay, we're starting to finally do some damage. Let's ready everyone back up. Discard this, end our turn, draw back up to 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is looking good. So it is going to be Klaw's turn here. He's gonna add 2 threats to the main scheme. He's going to attack us, Spider Sense to draw a card. We're gonna have Ironheart defend here. 2 boost cards. He's hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4 with no boost effects, so Ironheart will not survive that. And then 1 encounter card, Assault, the villain attacks you, no problem. Let's draw a card with Spider Sense. We're gonna have Black Cat defend this one. So another 2 boost cards. 1, 2, and then if this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. It's not gonna do damage to us, it's gonna do damage to Black Cat. She will not survive. Okay, so back to our turn. Let's use Avengers Mansion first to draw a card. Next, exhaust Beat Caught to move a threat from here to here. Next, SPDR Thwarts for 2 to get rid of 2 more threat. And then she will return back to her hand with her effect, and we can use the Web of Life and Destiny to draw another card. We got a massive hand here. Okay, first, let's use this as 2 resources to play SPDR. Next, we're going to play Aging Coulson. Using this as 3 resources, this can be a double when paying for a yellow card. So we got Aging Coulson into play. When he enters play, we can add a preparation card from our deck or discard pile to our hand. So we're gonna put this Spycraft back into our hand here. And then, let's see. We wanna use a swinging web kick, and we wanna play Spycraft. So this will be 3 resources here to play swinging web kick. We're gonna hit Klaw for 8, bringing him down to 1 now. Next, we're going to exhaust Quincarrier to generate a resource to play Spycraft, which we can only play if we have a spy character. Luckily, we have Agent Coulson here. And then we're just gonna all attack. So let's have Agent Coulson attack Klaw first for 1. He'll take consequential damage, and we're gonna flip him finally. So Klaw will enter his final stage. He has toughness, and he also has 22 hit points. Okay. SPDR is going to attack him for 1, get rid of toughness, should take consequential damage. Spider-Man has 3 attack because SPDR let play earlier in the turn, so he's gonna swing for 3, getting Klaw down to 19. Okay. And then that's gonna end our turn. We're gonna ready everyone back up. And we're gonna keep this enhanced Spider Sense in our hand and the Spycraft here, just in case any rough encounter cards come by. Alright, nice, and we got Nick Fury. That's gonna end our turn. So it's Klaw's turn. He's adding 2 threat to the main scheme. He will attack us. Spider Sense activates to draw a card. We're going to defend with Agent Coulson here. He gets 2 boost cards. So he's hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Agent Coulson will not survive. And then Klaw will deal us 1 encounter card here. Sonic Converter. After Klaw attacks and damages a character, stun that character. He'll have +1 attack. Okay, that is no problem. So first, let's use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Let's see, we can get Nick out. And let's use him to do 4 damage. So that'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, we're short 1 damage, I think. Okay, let's plan it again. So if Nick does 4, he attacks for 2. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because SPDR let play. And then swing web kick, that's 18. And then if SPDR attacks, we can't get her back in. So we are gonna be short. So we gotta hope to draw something, like draw an ally. So let's have SPDR thwart for 2. Use her effect to return her back to her hand. And we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny. Nice, okay, we got Lady Spider. Problem is she might be too expensive. So we don't care about SPDR anymore. We wanna get Lady Spider out. Okay, so we can play Lady Spider, swing web kick, and Nick Fury. Then we can end it this turn. Do we have the cost for that? So this would be 3. This will be 4. Yeah, okay. We don't have anywhere close to that. So that's okay. Okay, so let's just focus on getting Nick Fury out then. So we're gonna play Nick Fury using Quincarrier as 1 resource. And this is 3 more. We're gonna use his second effect to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we can definitely end it. So Nick Fury is going to attack Klaw for 2, bring him down to 17. He would take a consequential damage. Spider-Man has 3 attack because SPDR left play, so he will swing at Klaw for another 3, bring him down to 14. And then we have 2 swing web kicks. We're gonna play the first one using this as 3 resources, doing 8 damage to Klaw. That'll get him down to 6. And then we're going to play our second swing web kick using this as 3 resources to do the final 8 damage, bringing him down to 0. And that is Klaw on expert mode.